Hey everyone, welcome back to Clinical Physio. I'm Khalid Maidan, and today I'm here to share a short video with you where I'm going to take you through 3 of my most simple but most crucial tips for any therapist who's prescribing exercises to their patients. So if you enjoyed this video, we'd be super grateful if you could hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for all of our best content. But otherwise, if you're ready, let's dive in. So the first tip is to ask your patient if they have any ideas about the exercises that might work for them. And this is a really good thing to do because if your patient does have any ideas on what might help them, they're much more likely to get on board with them. Perhaps it's a particular exercise that they've done in the past which has been really helpful for them. Or it's something that they've read up on and have tried a little bit and have found that it's quite comfortable for them. And if that's the case, they're much more likely to get on board with that exercise. But also it's likely to demonstrate to them that it's something that they can do and something that they can help themselves with in order to be independent in their management of that condition. The second top tip is based on the opposite of that. Does your patient have any concerns about particular exercises that could be given to them? So this could be an exercise that they've been given in the past which has been detrimental to them, or it might be that it's something they've seen someone else do in the gym and have thought to themselves, crikey, I don't think I can do that. And there's 2 different ways of approaching this. It might be option A, that you stay away from that exercise altogether. Again, it might help get your patient on board. But it's also important to remember that we don't want that patient to stay away from that exercise forever. It might be something that could be really useful to them in the future. But if you know that your patient has a particular concern about that exercise, you could introduce it more slowly. You could introduce it with some support or some ways of doing it in a way that's more comfortable for them. But crucially, knowing that information in the first place is going to really help you and your patient. So what if we didn't ask about concerns? Well, there's the possibility that we give our patient an exercise that they were actually quite worried about. And they go home with that exercise, they think, I don't want to trouble the physio, I must listen to what they say, I better not disagree with what they're saying. And if that exercise then proves to be more irritable or aggravating for them, then not only are they going to be less on board with your therapy, but they also might be quite pessimistic of the idea that exercise in general is the right thing for them. So it's really important to try and find those things early in order to prevent that from happening. So my third tip, and probably the most crucial one, is to always relate your patient's exercise back to their goals. So for example, if your patient wants to go back to their work as a builder, talk to them through why that exercise is going to be useful for them, whether it might be because it's going to strengthen their gluteal muscles, whether it's going to make their shoulder more mobile, or whether it's going to give them more ability to go up and down ladders. That's going to make a real difference for them. If your patient is a sporting athlete, let's say they want to go back to football, and you're teaching them how this exercise for balance and proprioception is going to improve their ability to turn when they're running, it's going to make a real difference to your patient. Not only are they going to really see the benefit with this exercise and thus carry on with it, but when they start improving in that exercise, they can see themselves more and more in the position of going back to work or going back to their sport. And therefore, practice those kind of things that are going to help them see the benefits and see them getting closer to that light at the end of the tunnel. So to summarize those 3 simple tips, number 1, always ask about ideas. Number 2, always ask about concerns. And number 3, always relate the exercise back to your patient's goals. I really hope this video has given you some good things to think about for your exercise prescription in the future. And if you'd like to see more of us, be sure to subscribe to the channel or check out our website, clinicalphysio.com, where we have loads more to share with you. My name's Khalid Maidan. Thank you so much for watching today, and we'll see you really soon right here on Clinical Physio.